people that were kind of Ireland wall to wall all day long, and not only with the music and with our Irish guests, but since we cannot be with them together in the studio, they are live from Ashford Castle. I think we kind of kicked into something really cool. But right now we have something so charming. Years and years ago, we used to sell little Irish cottages, and my dad, who is 100% Italian, would always buy a cottage for myself and for Sean, and I still have all of them. Well, Belleek, who has been enchanting collectors for generations, is here with the Light Up LED Irish Village. And this is something that you might want to put as a little nightlight in a bathroom, tuck on a shelf in a child's room. It is absolutely adorable. There's little LED lights and 3 lithium batteries are included. And it's going to be your choice of the pub or the grocery store. So this is going to be your grocery store. You can see the little hand-painted bicycle on the side. You see this sweet little red door and all of the windows in the back. And then on the front, oh, I don't know, maybe there's some oranges, maybe those are some Brussels sprouts. I don't know. We'll ask. And then it says Clancy's Grocery Store with the sweet little door that is open, welcoming you in. And then on the bottom, that's where you're going to turn this on and off. But so many of our collectors look for the Irish Wolfhound. And by the way, there are gorgeous wolfhounds that are raised and live in Ashford Castle. You might have seen some of the video actually of our models walking around with them. They are amazing. Stephen Walsh sent me a little video of them. They are darling. So 1857, and you can tell when your piece was made by the color of that stamp. And then over here, we've got a famous Irish pub. I love this one. You've got your little street lamp and the tree. This is McNamara's. Again, that door inviting you in with the lights on the inside. And then in the back, remember we talked about the peat, the turf bogs where the farmer was with our beautiful Glendara art. Well, there it is in the back, just like we might stack firewood near our back door if we have a wood-burning fireplace. That is the beautiful turf that is cut and dried. And when I can still remember walking into the first little cottage with my mother back in 1988, and we were like, it smells so good. That is that beautiful turf. And are we able to dim lights at all in this studio? If not, we don't know. Okay, if we can, it's fine. But these really are sweet in the way they light up. You just turn it on when you're ready to see that glow, turn it off. But are we going to say hi to Patricia? Is she joining us? Oh, good. I'm sorry. Okay, I was just waiting because I know our guests are all kind of doing quick changes over there. Patricia McCauley, I know we love to have you live, but my goodness, you look right at home in the opulence and elegance of Ashford Castle.
I just arrived home yesterday, so it was really nice. Stephen Walsh says he was going in the door ahead of me. He says, it's nice to be home again. So
I think they might have to kick you. Jane. Thank you. They might be kicking you guys out, right, Patricia?
They may, yes.
Well, welcome, dear friend. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you, too. These are just darling. I've never presented them before, and I know we can't get them back in stock, but what a lovely way to collect Belleek.
It sure is, and certainly the one you were talking about there, McNamara's, it certainly would be a busy place on a St. Patrick's night. The pub, of course, in Ireland is a real meeting point, and that's where you have the bit of a sing-song or the bit of you catch up on the gossip and all the news. And when you come out the door, maybe after a few pints, you can see a few of them swinging around that lamppost in Ireland.
Oh, Patricia, I love you. You always tell it like it is. And by the way, if you're getting the pub, which we're not there this year, but we're there in spirit, 4.5 by 3.5 by 3 inches. And then if you want the grocery store, which Patricia will tell us about next, that's 4.5 by 3 by 2.5 inches. The grocery store is just darling with your little hand-painted bicycle on the side.
That's true, and just typical of what the villages in Ireland have. Of course, the grocery store sells everything from a needle to an anchor. So it's back in the day, if it didn't matter what you wanted, you would always find it in the grocery store. And of course, those days most people travel by bicycle. So there you can see the parking spot, and again typical. Back in the olden days as well, glass was very expensive. So you'll notice there on the grocery store, the windows are quite small, and that's one of the reasons for it. And the fruit and veg outside, I believe, as you said, so they're either cabbages or Brussels sprouts and some fruit there.
I love it.
Of
And
course,
so,
the hand
Patricia,
painting.
yeah, all hand painted. Now, you started at Belleek painting, right?
I did.
And what
And
did
you want to know what I
I
painted?
do? It's my favorite thing to ask you every time we're together on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, I started off by painting little pigs, their ears and their trotters. So that was fun. I painted lots of pigs. That's what I was started off on. And of course, I was quite anxious to get on to painting shamrocks, which I thought was going to be a real doddle, but it's not like that. It's actually quite difficult to paint
Yes.
shamrocks.
Well, first of
But
all,
yes,
I just thought to myself, I don't know if we've ever done a pig, but we have to do a Belleek little pig in honor of you, Patricia, someday, because they're just so cute and sweet, little piglets for springtime. But the care and the time and the hands that go into making Belleek is amazing, right? I mean, this is quite a process.
it is indeed. It starts off in our design department. So the designer does the sketches, and it then goes to making a master mold. From the master mold, we make the actual mold, and then once the mold is made, the case molds are made, and that's each mold then will make approximately 40 pieces before that mold is broken, because at that stage the pattern is not clear enough. So
Right.
40 pieces from one mold, and it then goes through our Parian department, where each piece is handmade. It's fettled. It's then fired, receives a quality control check. The glazing then happens. We then have another quality control check. And if it passes this check, then we place the trademark on the bottom of each piece of ware, as we would say, without which none is genuine. And it's only then that the piece is painted. So, like we said, each piece is individually hand painted. And on the grocery store there and the pub, so there's quite a few colours. And after painting, it receives a final firing at 7 hours for 700 degrees. This fuses the paint to the piece and also fuses the trademark to the bottom of the piece.
Beautiful.
And you'll notice that probably as well on the base there, Jane, there's a painter's mark.
Right there. Yes, on the
Right
bottom.
beside the
So,
trademark.
Patricia,
Yes.
darling, I was just kind of shadowing a little bit of the light so you can see how it's going to so beautifully glow. All of it glows in your home. Patricia, always a pleasure. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Don't get too comfortable at Ashford Castle, though, because I think it's probably going to wrap up after today, right? Yeah.
I know we're all going to be very sad to go away, but it has been splendid being here and being able to be with everybody and able to talk to you all at QVC. It's been great.
It's a dream come true for us. And someday when we all get to Ireland, we're all staying at Ashford Castle. So thank you, Patricia. We'll see you soon. And remember, we are not repeating anything in this show. I have another hour to go on QVC 2.